everyone, and welcome to Cameron Stadium. It's high school football. It's the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week. The Bangor Rams and the Brunswick Dragons. Eric Baxter, Tom Corbett, I'm Adam Mahaney. Tom, this is going to be a great game. Both teams looking to go to the playoffs. Bangor, a state champion favorite. What do you think is going to be the key to win today?
I think it's going to be really crucial for Brunswick to show that they can somehow slow down this high-powered Bangor offense that's yet to really be challenged.
That's right. Bangor last week put up 48 points against Mount Airy. It's going to be a tough game for Brunswick to maintain defensively with this Bangor offense. Now let's take a look at behind the scenes here. The mastermind behind this for the 5th straight year, Eric Baxter. Eric, what is it like putting all these kids on TV?
Oh, it's great, Adam. I just can't explain how exciting it is when you hear, just today alone, all the phone calls I'm getting from all the people across the state watching these games on TV. A lot of relatives of these kids here aren't just right here in Bangor, they're in other parts of the state. And the station, Time Warner out of Augusta, has been very, very good to us getting these games on. It's very important for the community. It's been a real pleasure.
And one of the big things, Eric, was you did Bangor youth football a long time ago, and some of those kids are now playing.
That's right. Those 7th graders back in '02 are now juniors. And we'll probably replay that video from '02 again sometime this season. It's a wonderful video, and it's really interesting to watch these kids grow up. It's quite a pleasure, actually.
Well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have some interviews with the coaches. We're going to talk to Mark Hackett, and we're also going to talk to the Brunswick coach right after this.
We're joined now by Bangor coach Mark Hackett. And Coach, what was the game plan and the planning for this week's game like?
Well, it wasn't too hard to get them up because Brunswick's a real good opponent, and they're very physical and tough up front. And to this point, we've been bigger than everyone we've played, and I think tonight will be a pretty even match.
Like you said, very experienced line, very tough against the offense, and you've yet to really be challenged on your offensive side. So what are you going to come out with to try to stun this Brunswick defense?
We're going to come right at them and hopefully break a couple, but we don't want to be too tricky because they're so quick going upfield and stuff to put pressure on you, so we want to run right at them.
Exactly, and defensively, how are you going to slow down their offense to keep yours on the field?
We have to play good, sound team defense, and the players will have to do their assignments. If they don't, they'll have big plays.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank
and now over to Adam with Coach Cooper.
We're now joined by head coach Dan Cooper of the Brunswick Dragons. And Coach, you're facing a familiar foe in Bangor. Always seems like you guys give them a tough game.
We've been fortunate to have some good teams the last couple of years, and we like playing Bangor. It's good to play good teams, and Bangor's they're the best of the East. Been the best for a long time.
You guys previously beat up on Coney pretty good defensively. You guys had a strong effort. What did you guys plan defensively for this Bangor team?
We planned all week for them to play smash mouth football. That's what Bangor has done for a lot of years, and we know what's coming at us. The boys know what's coming at us. So,
what type of game we're going to see from you guys offensively against this Rams defense?
Well, we're going to run our wing T offense. We're going to try to force Bangor to defend the whole field. So.
And it's been an emotional week for you guys. How are you guys dealing with that emotion? Are you going to use that as a fuel for a game today, like to energize your team even more?
Well, I think the boys are pretty energized, but this will help put a little extra fuel in the tank, I think.
Well, that's Coach Cooper of the Brunswick Dragons.
Thank you.
Welcome to Cameron Stadium. It's the Bangor Rams and the Brunswick Dragons. Adam Mahaney alongside Tom Corbett. And the Brunswick Dragons coming into this game 1-0 under head coach Dan Cooper, who's in his 2nd year. Last year, 3-5. Mark Hackett, on the other hand, his 6th season with the Rams. They're 2-0. Last year, 5-3. Both teams returning a decent amount of starters, with Brunswick returning 9 and Bangor returning 16. So both teams have a lot of returning starters, Tom, and that should play a key into this game.
Exactly. I mean, when you look at the Bangor defense, their entire defensive line is anchored down by seniors, which makes a big difference.
And a lot of that is led by Robert Sacaricia, who was a big key in their first game of the year against Lewiston. Also a big key in that game was Shane Walton. Walton rushing for a huge amount of yards, over 200 yards. But the big play of the game came late in the fourth quarter when he stopped arguably the best running back in the state, Jared Turcott, inches from the pylon from diving into the end zone. Bangor also being led by Ian Edwards, the junior quarterback. He can throw and he can run, and that always benefits a team.
Definitely, and one of the main factors has got to be his big weapon, Alex Gallant, who's, could play almost any position on the field.
Gallant last year started out as a quarterback. He ended up going into the backfield. Now he's lined up as a wide receiver. For Brunswick, Connor Breesocker. He has great hands. He caught 4 touchdowns last year. He's the go-to guy in the passing game. He had over 400 yards last year. He's going to be the man for Brunswick. But at this time, we are going to turn it over to our public address announcer, Joe Nelson, as he's going to introduce the starting lineups for Bangor and Brunswick.
Bangor High School welcomes you to Cambridge Stadium to tonight's Pine Tree Conference football game between the Dragons of Brunswick High School and the Rams of Bangor High School. We ask that you remember that the game will be played by young student athletes who have the courage to display their abilities in this public forum before you. We ask that you enhance the experience for the players, coaches, fans, and yourself by showing good sportsmanship. Let's meet tonight's lineups. Starting for the Brunswick High School offense at wide receiver, a junior, number 1, Connor Breesocker. At quarterback, a junior, number 7, Russell Thompson. At running back, a junior, number 22, Camden Miller. At running back, a senior, number 45, Dimitri Rossetti. At guard, a senior, number 52, Dylan Chandler. At center, a senior, number 57, Nick Trejulo. At tackle, a junior, number 65, Reed Montgomery. At guard, a junior, number 74, James Lasher. At tackle, a senior, number 77, Shane Artis. At tight end, a senior, number 82, Mitchell Ryan. And at running back, a junior, number 85, Dan Scully. Brunswick's head coach, Dan Cooper. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet tonight's starting Bangor Rams offense. At quarterback, a junior, number 7, Ian Edwards. At running back, a senior, number 10, Alex Gallant. At tight end, a junior, number 16, Ryan Weston. At running back, a junior, number 31, Kyle Venetestein. At running back, a junior, number 32, Shane Walton. At guard, a senior, number 54, John Thompson. At guard, a senior, number 56, Ben Bambrick. At center, a senior, number 64, Mark Sturgeon. At tackle, a senior, number 74, Robert Sacaricia. At tackle, a senior, number 77, Adam Kearns. In the split end is a senior, number 83, Tom Cruz. Bangor's assistant coaches are John Tennant, Jack Kurtzman, Mike Misbrenner, Lance Fenimore, and Fred Lauer. The trainer, John Ryan. Bangor's head coach, Mark Hackett. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats for a moment of silence followed by our national anthem. The moment of silence is in memory of Adam Obey, a Brunswick football player who graduated in 2006, enlisted in the United States Marines, and died September 9th. Thank you very much. Please stay standing as the Bangor High School Band honors us with the playing of the national anthem.
That was the Bangor High School Band with the playing of our national anthem. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, the captains will be out on the middle of the field, and we will have some high school football action. You're watching the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week. Welcome back to the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week here at Cameron Stadium. The Bangor Rams and the Brunswick Dragons. The captains are out on the middle of the field here for the coin toss. The referee for today is Andy Constantine. The umpire, Larry Freeman. The line judge, Larry White. Linesman, Tracy Willett. And the back judge is Tim Kinney. And Tom, the Brunswick Dragons, as we mentioned earlier, were 3-5 last year. They're returning 9 starters. A very young team, but they are experienced on the line. They also are led on the line by Dylan Chandler. He's a senior, an offensive guard. He plays linebacker, but he's regarded as one of the top linemen in the state, and that always benefits an offense.
Definitely, especially for a guy like Russell Thompson. It gives them that extra time to get the ball out if the running game, which has struggled in parts of this season, can't produce for them.
And Brunswick is big and strong. They're also a fast team, and they have a solid defense. Against Coney, they beat Coney 35-0, and they held the Rams to a negative 11 yards. They forced 3 turnovers in the first half, and Brunswick only allowed 41 yards in the entire game. They went 28 minutes before Coney got their first down. So the defense is very strong, and that's something that Brunswick's going to want to do in this game against a high-powered offense like Bangor.
Definitely, when you mention those kind of numbers, stopping a team like that, you have to open your eyes because they're very impressive, which will make for a great matchup with this high-powered Bangor offense.
Well, the teams are getting set to go on the field. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the Bangor Rams and the Brunswick Dragons are set to do action on the Page Employment Seaboard Security Game of the Week.